Hello everyone, we welcome you to Bulldog Field as region play begins tonight in Terry, Mississippi as the Terry Bulldogs host the West Jones Mustangs. I'm Trellis Williams, with me is Tony Kimble. These are two teams coming off tough losses last week, both by the same score. They both have the same record. How do these teams set themselves apart here tonight?
Well, you forget everything, honestly, because it's region play. You have those preseason games, and tonight what you do is you go back to the bread and butter. So I think I was talking to Coach, and I said, you know what, you lost, but just kind of look at what happened and how does that impact you moving forward. But honestly, you really forget about it and get ready for region ball. That's a different mindset.
Yes, Terry has never beaten West Jones, and last year the Mustangs were the ones to end the Bulldogs season. So you know the Terry Bulldogs are going to have a lot of motivation here tonight.
Right, absolutely. When you look at it, the way the season is going this year for Terry, there's some momentum that's happening, even though with the loss last week. Your mind is set tonight. We were close last year of winning the game. So that momentum, the players from last year, and even the players from this year, are getting that mindset to say, you know what, if we were close last year, why can't we make it happen this year?
And close they were. 2 ball games they played each other first time, 2-0. Last year down at West Jones. And then in the playoffs, it was a 21-7 ball game. Of course, the Mustangs ended up winning the 6A state championship. This year, they have started off 5-0 on the season before losing last week to Jackson Prep by a score of 42-7. Bulldogs in a very similar scenario last week, 5-0. Lost to Clinton here at Bulldog Field 42-7. Bulldogs now healthy once again. Jordan McGee back. Rondé Baker back.
Yeah.
Good to see even Titus Henderson is back this week. Just kind of talk about these guys that are coming back and how Terry's going to be ready to get it going.
Right. You even see Jordan McGee down there on the pregame where he's out there getting the team hyped up. So, you see the impact on the field, but sometimes you don't get the opportunity to see what happens before we turn on the actual film.
We're about to do the national anthem here at Bulldog Field. We will step aside and be right back.
The team, coaches, cheerleaders, student body, and fans of Terry High School extend each of you a big welcome. We are pleased that you could be here. The high school athletes that are performing tonight are friendly rivals as members of opposing teams. This basically is the theme of interscholastic athletics. The idea of friendly competition. The visiting team in every interscholastic game is the guest of home. The expectation is that they be treated as such. Profanity and vulgar cheers are abusive to others and are also a reflection of your school and community. This type of behavior will not be tolerated and may cause your team or school be placed on probation. People who involve this kind of behavior will be asked to leave the area with no refund or reentry and could be positively banned for future contact. The use of alcohol, drugs, and tobacco are forbidden, and all recently high school activities. Artificial noise makers are allowed at MHSA air homes, firearms, EVs, and homes are not allowed. No artificial noise makers are allowed at MHSAA events.
Get ready on the play call.
We are back at Bulldog Field as we are about to be getting started in just a few moments with the West Jones Mustangs and the Terry Bulldogs beginning region play here in Terry. This is the lead up to the kickoff presented by Buford Plumbing and Heating. And we really appreciate you guys joining us here today. Bulldogs and Mustangs live right here. Terry Bulldogs football on the TSJW network. Bulldogs in their new uniforms here today, maroon jerseys, maroon pants, as well as their white helmets. West Jones Mustangs with their gold jerseys with the green numbers and the white trim, green pants, and the green helmets. The Mustangs did not lose a single game last season and had won 19 games in a row leading up to last week's loss to Jackson Prep. The Bulldogs are being introduced to the fans now. The 5-1 Terry Bulldogs looking to get back in the win column here this week as they host the West Jones Mustangs. Mustangs being introduced to their fans as well. West Jones traveled with more fans than anybody this season the Bulldogs have hosted other than Clinton. And that's an hour-and-a-half trip. Some fans are rolling in for Terry, but not a big crowd in comparison to what we've been seeing the past few home games. And so the Bulldogs face the Mustangs, a team they lost to twice last year, as we're about to get started in just a few moments. Coach, what do you expect from this opening drive for the Bulldogs? It looks like the Bulldogs will receive the kickoff. What do you expect on the opening drive?
Well, we just need to see a solid drive. You're not trying to do anything spectacular. What you're trying to do is just, establish yourself. So, just a smooth drive and just get it down the field.
So last week, the South Point Center player of the game, Rondé Baker was the only one that scored a touchdown. He went out with injury after that. So in a 42-7 loss, you don't have that many guys on your side that you can really just say that it was great. But Rondé Baker would get that for this week as well. Baker's had 15 touchdowns on the season as the Bulldogs will receive the kickoff. Mustangs are headed up by Coach Corey Reynolds in his second season as head coach of the Mustangs, a 19-1 record. His first loss as the head coach coming last week to the Patriots, and now they're trying to get back on the horse here today. Talked with him earlier today, and he was just saying he'd give credit to Jackson Prep for how they played them, and that his guys just didn't rise to the challenge last week, and he expects them to rise to the challenge this week after a good week of practice. And the Bulldogs will receive the kickoff, and that's Keeson Kendrick, who gets across the 30 and down at the 31. So the Bulldogs will begin with the football from their own 31-yard line.
Right. It's a solid start right here. You're again, Trellis, I'm going to say this again, you're not trying to do anything special right here. You're just trying to have a solid drive on this first drive and get the ball in the end zone to just establish yourself and build confidence back up in the offense too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Rondé Baker, Jordan McGee back in the lineup for the Terry Bulldogs, and we see Baker out there now. Timothy Jackson and Rondé Baker join Busby in the backfield. So there's twins to the right and one to the left lined up at receiver for the Bulldogs. They're waiting for the official to blow the whistle to get it started. On the near side, it looks like we have Caleb Tillman out playing receiver for the Bulldogs. This will be his first action on the offensive side of the ball. So Busby in the shotgun. Bulldogs looking to begin this ball game in a good way. Looks like a little miscommunication there as the play clock gets down to 10. Busby communicating with the line. And there's going to be an offsides penalty, it appears, as Busby hit Tillman on the short pass to the left side, but it's going to be offsides against West Jones. So the Bulldogs catch West Jones slipping to begin the ball game. So we're looking at a 1st down and 5 now.
Well, we have pink handkerchiefs tonight. So.
That's right. That's right. We got pink on the field.
Right. So, just FYI.
So twins to the right and one to the left. Busby, handoff Baker. Baker goes to the right, cuts back to the left, pushes against contact as he's pushing at the 40. And he'll be marked down at the 41. 1 yard short of the 1st down marker, 2nd down and 1.
Definitely. That was a tough run by Rondé right there. But again, what I'm going to say is that offensive line there actually caved in the right side of the left side of the defense right there. That's going to open up later for Rondé to cut back and maybe hit a big run.
Twins to the right and one to the left. Busby again on the handoff to Baker. Baker pushing through, and it looks like he'll get the 1st down and more, actually, as he passes the 45, diving down to the 46. And a 1st down for the Terry Bulldogs. Barnett's body shot brings you that 1st down.
Right. It's a lot happening right there in the tackle box right there. But again, it's good to see number 5 on the other end getting them 1st down. So that was a nice run, a nice hard run right there by Rondé.
Ball at the 45-yard line. Twins to the left and one to the right. Busby is in the shotgun now for the Bulldogs. They have moved the football, gotten a 1st down. Baker was the man in motion. Fake toss, short pass, and Tillman dropped it. Tillman had an opening, and it went right in his hands, and he dropped it. And Tillman has not played really any offense this year and not much in his career either. And so that's his first pass, and he didn't catch it.
Oh, man, I had to catch myself, man. That was a nice call right there to set them up for a big gain right there. Just happened to drop the ball. But, again, we want to definitely go back to that play there. That was something big right there.
Busby on the toss to Baker. Baker's wrapped up and down for a loss. I actually say there's no gain. They stopped the forward progress at the 45-yard line. 3rd down and 10 now for the Bulldogs. And West Jones brought the cowbells here to Bulldog Field.
Right, I can hear them. Again, that defense is getting to the football really well. The West Jones defense, but again,
flag on the field now again. And they're calling their sideline interference here. I don't know if it's going to be a warning or if this is going to be a actual penalty.
It's a warning.
It's going to be a warning.
Should be a warning the 1st time.
I do believe that is the case. So ball's at the 45-yard line for the Terry Bulldogs. 3rd down and 10. Twins to the right and twins to the left. Here's Busby. Short pass to McGee. McGee's taken down past the 50 to the 49 at the 49-yard line in Mustang territory. Obviously, you go for this one. You're at half field, and you got a 4th down and 4, and you got a really good running back. But you have plenty of weapons on offense if you're the Bulldogs. You got to utilize them here today. 4th and 4. Busby's in the shotgun. They're stacked to the left side. As just over 9.5 minutes to play in the opening period, Bulldogs have had the football thus far. There's a whistle blown on the near side, and it's a timeout called by the Terry Bulldogs. Bulldogs use their first timeout It is 0-0 here at Bulldog Field. A big fourth down for the Terry Bulldogs. We will step aside. Looks like the Bulldogs will set up in a punt formation as Brady Busby's back there, but he's way back there to punt this football away. We're tied up at 0, 9.5 minutes to play in the opening period. And the Bulldogs will run into a fourth down situation, decide against going for it here. Going to play the long game here. There's a snap. Busby will punt it away. Not a great punt as it is high. And does take a Terry Bulldog bounce. So a nice bounce and it makes it a good punt. So the ball will be at the 18-yard line now for the Mustangs. Looked like it wasn't going to be a good punt, but turned out to be one for the Bulldogs here.
Right. Yeah, that was a good bounce for the Terry Bulldogs right there. Again, if you can put them, inside the 20. Again, the big thing is making sure you don't let them bust a big play right here, because that's usually what they do. Wes Jones, you look at all the touchdowns he scored. I think it's 15, 14 touchdowns he scored over the course of this year. 17 touchdowns, excuse me. So,
yeah, the big-time running back for the Mustangs. In the shotgun is quarterback Hudson Pierce for the Mustangs, and the handoff to Jones. He's wrapped up immediately. Good play by the Bulldogs. That's going to be a loss of 1, 2nd and 11 now for the Mustangs.
Right. So it looks like they tried to run the zone, split zone, what we call the split zone, where you got a tight end on one side that's going to come across the formation right there, and then the offensive line blocks down to the opposite side right there. But the Terry Bulldog defense did a great job closing down on that play.
Pierce in the shotgun. He's back to throw. Got time, pass, and it's incomplete. Ford got there, and it went off of him as the pass was intended for Kamari and Lindsey. Lindsey last year was the starting quarterback as a freshman, 14-0 last year as the starting quarterback, and now he is a wide receiver now as a sophomore for the Mustangs.
And I think he started out the earlier part of the year as quarterback, but I think he's kind of hurt right now. We're going to see what's going to happen.
Pierce back to throw, short pass, incomplete. Bulldogs defense makes a big stand, forcing a 3-and-out. 4th down and 11 now for the Mustangs. Good job by the Bulldogs defensively.
It's a great sign right here. There's certain things you look at on defensively. They're in the right place at the right time. They're getting in the backfield. So, this is some good signs right now for this Terry Bulldog defense right here.
Wes Jones back to punt now. And here's the punt. Punt's a good punt for the Mustangs, and it'll bounce to the side and stop right there at the 46-yard line. So that's where the Bulldogs will get it. They'll get a nice short field here to begin their second drive.
That's a good turn right there. Where you look at it, if they had gone for it, they would have, maybe advanced past the 50-yard line. But, they're actually in the same spot. So that's a good job by the defense and special teams.
Don't have video at the moment. We will get that fixed in just a moment. I was able to see the issue, and I will get it fixed. But we want to call this ball game for you as Baker able to run through the middle. He gets to the 40-yard line, and that's where he's going to be stopped.
Yeah, that was a good run right there. That was him just turning, running. That's a good job right there. Again, a good job by the offensive line. They're just finding that hole, getting to that. Once we get to that second level, it's going to bust for one.
Back to throw, Busby, short pass to McGee. McGee able to catch it, and he takes on a defender, getting past the 35, down to the 34. First down, Terry Bulldogs, and they're able to get a little closer here.
Definitely. That was a good call right there. Sequences of calls right there. Now we just need to keep just moving forward.
So here's going to be another run down to the 25-yard line for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, again, right there. It's something's happening right there between that guard and tackle right there. They found a loophole in that defense, you know, just hitting it.
All right, we're back with the video. We apologize for that, but we are back.
And way to handle that, Trellis.
So,
really well.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that. So here's the run. Able to dive in. There's Baker past the 15-yard line to the 14.
I tell you what now. You know, McGee and Runday are back, but I'm telling you, the offensive line has gotten, I don't know what they had for pregame meal, but they're sure making a hole there for both running backs.
Busby short pass, and Rogers just dropped it. Had to make sure he picked it up because it wasn't clear whether that was forward or backward, but it was incomplete pass. So ball at the 14, 3rd down and 4 now.
He just looked where he was going before he secured the catch right there. That was a first down. He just happened to drop it. What you got to do is shake that off and come back the next time they come to you right here.
Busby in the shotgun, trips to the left and one to the right. Busby on the toss to Baker. Baker able to take on the defense, and as he pushes through, and he will be down short, and they'll spot him right there at the 14 or 13 there. So 4th and 3 from the 13-yard line, deep in Mustang territory. Bulldogs look at a big 4th down here. 6 minutes to go. What's the play call here, Coach?
Coach, I'm running right there through the middle between that guard and tackle. Doesn't matter which side it is, I'm running right there because that has been the weakness for this West Jones defense. And I'm talking about running straight at them.
Busby makes the pass over the top to Gibson, but he overthrew him, and so that will be a turnover on downs. He took a shot to the end zone for the 4th down play, and it was double coverage, incomplete. What do you think that was, Coach? Do you think that was the call, or do you think that was a decision there by the quarterback?
I'm thinking that was the call because what they tried to do was double team Gibson right there. So, I mean, you know, that was a good throw. It's just you got double team. You can do about that. It's just, yeah.
So good defense by the Mustangs. They're able to get a stop on Terry. So the Bulldogs come short without a touchdown. But the Bulldogs really are looking pretty good on both sides of the football so far in this game.
Right, yeah. And even though you don't get this first down, you don't score right here, again, you come strong, come back on defense strong right here.
There's the run for Elijah Jones, who's taken down. He's taken down at the 17, which will be a gain of 3, it appears, 2nd and 7.
He's averaging about 8 yards a carry, so, you know, that's a pretty good stop by the defense right there. So, again, I'm saying the defensive line really coming off and getting a good strike, a good punch, and getting in that backfield.
Pearson, the shotgun, on the handoff again to Jones. Jones wrapped up. And that'll be at the 18. And Coach, that'll bring us to our keys to the game, brought to you by Vowels Marketplace.
So tonight what we're going to do is win on earlier downs right here. On defense, we're doing it. We're stopping them on and letting them average 2 yards a carry right there. Also, when you talk about this point in the season, is mastering the fundamentals, blocking and tackling. That's what it's about. and take calculated risks. There are going to be times where you just need to take a shot. There's some times where you need to blitz when they don't expect it. So tonight is just, it's just about maximizing our opportunities.
That's the keys to the game, brought to you by Vowels Marketplace, the official grocery store of TSJW Network coverage of Terry Bulldogs football. So that will be an automatic first down for the Mustangs, apparently. First down and 10. Pierce on the handoff to Jones. Jones running to his left, able to elude a tackler and get down to the 30. Nice 7-yard gain for Elijah Jones. Second down and 3 now. And you can't let the Mustangs move the football like they are right now. Elijah Jones, coach was talking about him at the show this week, was saying Elijah Jones is their offense. That is, their offense goes through him. We're talking about a guy who's over 1,100 yards rushing this season with 17 touchdowns. But you got to stop him.
Right, yeah, you can't get him ahead of steam right. Like right now, you got to make a stop right here.
So they trip up Jones, who's going to be stopped at the 32. 1 yard short of the first down. Third down and 1.
McGee makes a difference. I'm just going to say that right now. He makes the difference in this defense right here. Not taking away from anybody, any individual on the team right now, but I'm just saying it makes a big difference.
Mustangs attempted to catch the Bulldogs off sides and were unable to. Twins to the right and one out left. Kamari and Lindsey is the man out left. There's the handoff to Jones, and Jones gets nowhere. Big stand by the Bulldogs. Leaves the Mustangs up with a decision. You're looking at a 4th down and 1. Do you go for it here if you're the Mustangs?
I'm pretty sure you're going to have to go for it because, well, I mean, you're the defending state champions. You want to kind of establish yourself. But again, Terry's defensive line is in their offensive line backfield. So, watch, don't jump off sides right now. And make sure the ball is punted. So, great job by the Terry defense right now. Excellent job.
Caleb Tillman is back to receive this punt, and we'll see if the Mustangs actually go for an honest punt here. And they will. They will deliver it downfield. This one will bounce, and it'll bounce in a Terry direction and stall out right at the 41. It's a good field position for the Bulldogs. I will say this year as last year, the Bulldogs were unbelievable on punt returns last year. They got about 7 or 8 punt returns for touchdowns over the course of the season. This year, one time did they kick it to the Bulldogs. And, well, not the one time that they kicked it to the Bulldogs. One time, Bulldogs returned it for a touchdown with Glendarius Ford, but they have not been kicking it to the Bulldogs. They try not to.
Right. No, that's a smart move by them.
Trips to the left and one to the right for the Bulldogs here. Brady Busby is in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff, short pass Gibson. Gibson's got room. He's got the blocking. And he pushes through one man, and he is taken down and tackled by Johnny Hilton, the junior, who's been a major tackler here for the Mustangs, the leading tackler on the team.
And going back to the keys to the game is winning on first down and second down. And that was a big win for the Terry Bulldog offense right here.
2nd and 2. Run by Baker. First down. And he goes down at the 47-yard line in Mustang territory. I was talking to Rondé Baker a little bit in the pregame, and he had the right shoulder injury from last week, and he said he's just getting some protection around it. They have some good padding around that shoulder, but he has not been playing fearful at all.
Right, absolutely not. He's been running the ball really extremely hard.
Just over a minute and a half to play in the first quarter. Short pass Gibson. Gibson eludes a tackler, and he's able to push it down to the 46. That'll be about a gain of 2 or 1 or so. 2nd and 9 for the Bulldogs. Clock continues to run, just over a minute to play.
Look right here, it's 2nd and 9. You want to make sure you put yourself in position if you have to go for it on 4th down.
Handoff Baker. Baker trying to push the pile a little bit, and he will not. 3rd and 9.
Yeah, we missed somebody on that block right there. I'm not for sure who we missed. I don't know if that was a linebacker that kind of blitzed right there, but we kind of left somebody open right there on the defensive line or on the defense. that kind of disrupted this pass.
They're going to catch a man offsides. That's number 59, Zachary Patterson, the senior, as he jumps offsides on the line, and the Bulldogs will advance 5 yards here. 3rd and 4, and so that's a much more manageable third down situation.
As a coach, it definitely is. As a coach, if you're right next to the football, how do you jump off sides? But we appreciate you jumping off sides. But come on, man.
Ball at the 41-yard line. Twins to the right and left. Busby, pass to Jackson. Jackson, he's got all the room in the world. He's got green, baby, and the Bulldogs put their stamp on the ball game early. Touchdown, Terry.
I don't know what that was, Trellis, but I guess you set him up. I guess he's been setting them up all drive where he's been throwing screens and you just kind of release the blocker out and they're not paying any attention to it. That's a touchdown right there. So that was a great call.
So the Bulldogs score first in this ball game, a 6-0 lead. Now Braylon Nicholson is ready for the extra point. But right there what happened was Brady Busby went back for the pass, and Timothy Jackson just got behind the West Jones defense. And, you know, Jackson with his speed, once he was behind him, it was over.
That was over, yeah. Make sure we get this field goal.
The snap is good, the hold is good, and the kick is good. The Bulldogs lead 7-0 to begin this ball game. Terry 7, West Jones 0. And the Bulldogs start off nicely, and a nice pass from Busby, and a nice play by Jackson. He's able to catch it with his hands and turn around and get to the end zone.
Right, so it's like this, you put your foot on this pedal right here of momentum, and you keep moving forward. You had a great stop to make them punt, which I was extremely shocked that they did punt. And now what you want to do is continue to gain this momentum right here. So you want to have a solid kick right here and just continue to win on those downs, Trellis. It's not I don't think it's a magic formula tonight. You don't see the rah-rah in the West Jones sideline right now.
And a very important game this is. If the Bulldogs are able to pull off this win, it puts them in a very likely scenario to be able to host a playoff game. And that is really the big goal of the year that Coach Thigpen was talking about. A short pooch kick that's returned by Lindsey and taken down. 44-yard line appears to where the spot will be, and that's where the Mustangs will start their possession. The Bulldogs decided to see if West Jones would cough that one up.
Yeah, they got it. You know, we're going to play well at the position that we are right now. Continue to play at the tone and pace that we played on the last couple of series right here. But that's tough. That's tough, Trellis. That's tough to get them close to the 50-yard line. We'll see what happens.
Ball at the 44-yard line for West Jones. Bulldogs have done well defensively on the first 2 drives for the Mustangs. 7-0 is the score. Terry is in the lead. Fake handoff. Lindsey, he runs. He did the fake, the read option. Lindsey's got the time and room, and he will get to the end zone, and West Jones responds as quickly as you possibly can.
Right, yeah. And then, and what just happened there, you got a quarterback change, and you got to know if they're putting him in their quarterback, he's running the ball. It's just what it is.
Kamarian Lindsey, a state championship winning quarterback last year with a 14-0 record. Obviously, he got changed out for Hudson Pierce in the middle of the season, but now they put him back there at quarterback, and just with the fake handoff, and he took off for the end zone. Big run by Kamarian Lindsey, a 59-yard touchdown run for Lindsey. And the ball game is tied up at 7 now as the first quarter comes to an end. We head into second quarter action. West Jones 7, Terry 7. We've got a good one here at Bulldog Field. You're not going to want to miss it. It's Terry Bulldogs football on the TSJW Network. We want to call out some of our sponsors here. Our touchdowns are brought to you by Total Package Lawn Care. Total Package Lawn Care brings you the touchdown sponsor. And so far we've had 2 of them, one for West Jones and one for Terry. Coach, how do you respond to the response? West Jones responded very quickly.
Come back out, go back to the game plan again. You know, you got to be reminded they're a championship team, so they're not going to sit and lay down. What you got to do is you got to come back and it's you know, I've said this over the weeks. It's like a boxing match. If they throw a hard punch, you got to come back with 1-2. Right? You can't be stunned. You can't be dizzy. So what they got to do is come back out and give it to Runday. Give it to Jordan McGee. Get it to Gibson right here. That's what you want to do.
Mustangs will be kicking the football off. 7-7 ball game here at Bulldog Field. A lot of excitement from the Terry sideline after that touchdown, but West Jones responded very quickly. But I will say that is a big play. Still haven't seen the Mustangs put together a bunch of first downs on a big drive.
No, what you do, you're going to look at that on film and then make that adjustment right there.
They fumbled it. It was Darius Hodge. He was trying to pick it up off the bounce, and he fumbled it a little bit, was able to pick it up, but doesn't really make too much of a difference in that situation. Ball at the 15-yard line now for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs have been able to move the football pretty well in this game. Came up short on that one drive. We're able to score a touchdown on the last drive as we begin the second period. Tied up at 7. Folks, please be sure to hit the subscribe button to the TSJW Network YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button right now. This is not a game that you want to miss. Be sure to share it with your friends. Anybody who wants to watch some good high school football is a good one here. 7-7 ball game as we begin the second period. Twins to the left and twins to the right. Busby sends Baker into motion. Short pass caught, and now it's Chadarius Rogers taking the contact, going out of bounds at the 20. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
And that's a good job. Where 2nd and 5, you're more likely to get your first downs in those particular down and distance scenarios right there. So, you know, it's not about trying to get the big plays. If you get them, wonderful. Right now, it's just about getting ahead in the down and distance, in which we're at a good place here.
Trips to the right and one to the left. Busby with Baker right beside him. Make the handoff to Baker. Baker rips through the middle and is taken down at the 29. 1 yard short of the first down is Rondé Baker. 3rd and 1.
Give it to him again. Oh, well.
Busby will check over to the sideline, and it looks like they're probably going to go Wildcat again. They did that a good few times with Baker last week on that touchdown drive. But you have Timothy Jackson, Rondé Baker, and Jordan McGee back there. McGee fakes the handoff and gets nowhere. Around the edge, big play defensively by Harrison Pierce of the West Jones Mustangs. He's able to get in the backfield and tackle him for loss. A loss of a yard. 4th down and 2, and now the Bulldogs are going to punt it.
Yeah. Just trying to get some more yards right there, but then you got to understand we blocked the guy out, so you want to go underneath your blockers right there. So I think that's something you have a conversation on the sideline with Jordan and just let him know you're trying to get, if it's just a yard, it's okay. So that's a conversation I see one of the coaches kind of having with him down there. So that's what you want to do to make that correction.
Busby is the punter for the Bulldogs, of course, and that one is a rocket off his foot. Fair caught at the 41. That's where the Mustangs will start this drive, and the Mustangs' last drive was just a one-play, 59-yard rushing touchdown from Kamarian Lindsey. And now the Mustangs get the football again after a 3-and-out of the Terry Bulldogs. And, Coach, defensively, you got to get a stop here.
Oh, yeah. And what you do is, in this age right here, you have all this technology on the sideline. You look at what happened on the play, and you make that adjustment. But it looks like he's – let's see. Did they have a quarterback change? Yeah, they did.
So Kamarian Lindsey's back there again. Has Elijah Jones next to him. Another fake, and Lindsey through the middle. And he's taken down at the 47. A gain of 6, 2nd down and 4. Kamarian Lindsey, he's got him some wheels.
Right, he definitely does. But again, what you want to do is goes back to the fundamentals. You just need to tackle, get them down. You know, make them drive down the field. You know, if they get a big play right here, you know, that's what you're trying to prevent.
Lindsey's in the shotgun, twins to the left and one to the right. They're going to whistle at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a false start against West Jones and send it back 5 yards, 2nd and 9 now. And I can make a very good guess on who Kamari and Lindsay picked his number after. I'm sure it's Michael Vick. It's got to
okay,
be.
all right.
It's got to be.
Got you. Okay, all right. I got you there. You had me stunned for a minute there. Okay.
I mean, especially the way he did that read option, just
Right.
took it to the house with all the confidence.
Right.
So you got twins out left and one to the right.
It's going to be a penalty.
And sure enough, we got a whistle. But it's going to be a timeout called by West Jones. So the Mustangs will use their first timeout of the ball game. 7-7 is the score. 8:58 to play in the first half. We will step aside and be right back. This is the Terry Bulldogs football on the TSJW Network. Mustangs football, 2nd down and 9, and now the handoff to Jones. Jones able to run through that middle, where he will be down at the 47.
Yeah, he's getting this little simple. What's happening with West Jones, number 76 and 73? They're doing a good job of blocking down, and what they're doing is cutting off our linebackers and preventing them from making this play right here. That's why Elijah Jones is getting these extra yards that he's getting right here. But, we want to see a big stop right here for the Terry Bulldog defense.
Lindsay, handoff Jones. Jones moving to the right side. Oh, he's able to get out in the open field. Will the Bulldogs be able to get him down? They do, but not before he gets deep into Bulldog territory, into the Raising Cane's red zone, and he will be stopped at the 14-yard line. Big play by the Mustangs here, and now you're actually moving the football on a good drive here if you're West Jones.
Right, yeah. I thought we had, okay. So, yeah, that was a good run by, Elijah Jones right there. What he's doing is, again, those linemen are getting on the linebackers right now. And, once that happens right there, you have these invisible creases that are there. Well, they're not invisible, but these creases that are happening.
They blow the whistle dead. Timeout called by the Terry Bulldogs side, and so that'll be their 2nd timeout used of the first half. 7:45 to play in the opening half, and now West Jones has the football at the Terry Bulldogs 15-yard line. This is a time you really need a good stand here. West Jones has their championship quarterback back in.
Right, yeah.
I mean, and so just like that, you feel the energy shift.
Right, yeah. And again, that's just, for the coach, West Jones coach, offensive coordinator, he understood. Hey, I got to put my best player at quarterback right now, and that's what he did. I don't know why they didn't necessarily start out with him, but again, what we got to do on defense is just be in the right place, and make a tackle right here because they're not going to stop running Elijah Jones. He's got a little momentum right now, but we just need to get in there and stop those linemen from getting to the second level.
1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Man in motion now. Lindsay in the shotgun, handoff to Jones. Jones now on the run, and he's able to push the pile a little bit to the 10.
Yeah, they're just running counter right here. That's all what is happening right there. So what's happening is on the guard from the left side is pulling to the right side right there. That's what they did right there. But they did a better job of stopping that counter on this particular play right here compared to the big run by Elijah on the prior play.
Twins to the left and one to the right. Now it's Lindsay in the shotgun. Lindsay with the ball tucked under to his left side. He's taken down. Gains nothing on the play, 3rd down and 5.
Right. That was a good job pursuing to the football right there. What they try to do is run a quarterback sweep right there. And the Terry Bulldogs did a great job of getting off the block right here. But I want to point out, I was looking at the field goal kicker for West Jones. This is around his range right here, so we'll see what happens. You know, I believe they're going to have a stop right here. But I'm pretty positive what they're going to probably do is they're going to run this counter back to the wide side of the field.
Twins to the right and one to the left. Lindsey on the handoff. He faked the handoff, and he got nowhere. Bulldogs able to suffocate the Lindsey run. A gain of 1, 4th and 4. And now the Bulldogs, if they're able to get this stop, well, they're going to bring out a field goal kicking unit to try to take this lead.
You're smart. You got to put points on the board in this game right here. And, you know, like I was saying, I was looking at his range, and this is around his range. But again, we can just get in his face and have a miss right here. This is a win for the defense.
Hold is good. The kick is up, and the kick is through. It is good. And so West Jones able to take the lead over the Terry Bulldogs with a field goal. 10-7 lead for the Mustangs. Bulldogs have not attempted a field goal all season long. West Jones puts 3 through, and this was the final score from a couple weeks ago. Beat Poplarville 10-7, and now you lead Terry 10-7. Now I'd be surprised if this was the final score the way both these teams are moving the football on each other. But 10-7 is the score now. 5:48 to go in the first half. And now West Jones will be out to kick off. We will step aside and be right back.
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about. Yeah, that's why they're getting that. Yeah, and the nose getting sealed too. Right. So yeah. That's what we were just talking about. He's any day out the week. You're right. And see another thing, my guy, we not squeezing, we not following the pool the way we're supposed to. That's what was happening in the first. Exactly.
All right, the return is out to the 40 for the Bulldogs. That's where they will start their possession.
We're at the 40. What is it?
At the 40-yard line, that's where the Bulldogs will start their possession.
Even now, it's just, we just need to put together a solid drive right here. 5 minutes and 43 seconds. Put a solid drive together, put this ball in the end zone, and go into the half with some momentum right here. This will definitely impact the game right here.
Ball at the 40-yard line for the Bulldogs. Braden Gibson is the lone receiver out to the right side. Busby rolling to his right, pass short. Oh, it bounced right off the chest of the West Jones defender. That was Braxton Graves, and he has gotten an interception this year, and he could have gotten one if he would have known that one was coming.
That was just a football play right there. The play was slowly developing, and that was just a good job defensively by West Jones right there.
Ball at the 40-yard line. Twins to the right and twins to the left. Busby, handoff. Baker through the middle.
That's fake.
He's able to push through. And he's going to be down at the 42-yard line, a gain of 2. Now 3rd down and 8 now for the Bulldogs, and you got a big 3rd down here.
Right, yeah, that was, seems like there was a little face mask going on in the pile, but sometimes they don't see it right there. But it sure looked like this from up here. So,
just over 5 minutes to play in the first half. 3rd down and 8. Trips to the right and 1 to the left. Busby rolling to his right. He's got some defense there, and he just threw a pick. Intercepted as his knee went down, and West Jones turns Terry over. Busby with his first interception of the day. Defensively, that was number 4, Harrison Pierce, with the interception. The junior linebacker. And the Mustangs get the football again. They lead 10-7, and now they've got the football again. All momentum is in West Jones' direction.
Yeah, and that's a responsibility of the defense right here. You come out, regardless of what you're faced right now, you go back to what your game plan is, and you continue to hammer at it right now. You don't get the choice of, here's the perfect scenario. You got to go out here and play great defense. That's the characteristic of a great defense. You adjust and you play hard.
Ball at the 48-yard line. Mustangs football. Twins to the right and one to the left. They've got Hudson Pierce back in the ball game as quarterback. He's going to fire it deep. And the coverage is there, but he caught it anyway. The coverage was there, but then it seemed like he moved and he got open, and it's a first down for West Jones, and they're able to complete a pass. And that's why, I mean, that just shows the reason why you have Hudson Pierce in the ball game. He can definitely throw the football.
Right, yeah.
And he's probably got that a little bit over Lindsey.
Yeah.
And so that was a good pass there, complete to Braxton Graves.
Yeah, again, you want to come down here and you got to make a stop right here.
There's the run for the Mustangs. They're pushing the pile, continue to push it. They'll stop it at the 15. Gain of 5 yards. 2nd and 5 now for West Jones. They're trying to put this lead up 10.
Yeah. So now again, you can't let up right here. You got to get in the backfield. You got to get on the hip of that guard right there and make this play in the backfield.
2nd down and 5. Pierce is back at quarterback. Got 2 receivers out left and 1 out right, and now the Mustangs have shown that they can throw the football, which opens up their options. They will throw it again for the end zone, and oh my goodness, he just mossed Micah Shepard. Touchdown, West Jones. And that's Graves on the receiving end from the pass from Hudson Pierce. And just like that, the Mustangs push their lead out 16-7. And that was a great reception there because that was full coverage by Shepard, and he just jumped over him and caught it above his helmet.
We call that a moss right there. I mean, nothing you can do about it. I mean, you're in great position right there. What you try to do is knock the ball out of his hands as he's trying to bring it back in.
Extra point is good for West Jones. And the Mustangs lead 17-7 over the Bulldogs, and exactly what the Bulldogs did not want to happen has happened. You go up 7-0, it looks like you actually might even dominate the game because of how they were looking defensively and offensively, and ever since then it has gone downhill from there as the Bulldogs weren't able to move the football one possession, then an interception on the last possession, and the Mustangs have scored on the last 3 possessions. And now they lead you 17-7. You're down 2 scores. What do you do if you're Terry?
Right, you got 3 minutes and 56 seconds left, right? So what you want to do is you want to put together and put the ball in your best player's hands right here, and get down here, get down here and score. You know, you can't magically make 14 points come up on the board. You know, you just got to go out there and play. There's no other way around it.
Bulldogs are back to receive. Chadarius Rogers is back middle deep. And the Mustangs are going to kick the football off. There's the kick. Short kick received by Terry. Getting a little bit of blocking as Adarius Hodge, but now he's wrapped up. 27-yard line is where he's going to be spotted. The Bulldogs will start their possession there. Under 4 minutes to play in the first half, 17-7, and now you really want to get a drive and get into this end zone before halftime.
Right, you got enough time, you know. Again, you know, you talk about pick your head up right now. You know, shake yourself off. Let's get out there. You're dominating on the offensive line. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, what you want to do is just put together a solid series of, you know, of calls right here and just get down the field.
Busby on the toss. Baker. Baker finds an open. Oh, he's able to elude a defender, and on the spin, getting down past the 35 to the 37-yard line. Looks like he'll get a first down here. And yes, it is. And this first down is brought to you by Barnett's Body Shop. Bulldogs move the football on that play. Nice toss. A nice run by Rondé Baker.
Right. That's what you're trying to do. Use that first down again and stay ahead in the chains. Down the distance.
One receiver to the right, that's Braden Gibson. Another toss to Baker. Baker gets the blocking around the left edge. He's on the far sideline, and now you got Pink on the field. Flag is going to be called, and it may be a holding. We'll have to see what the call will be. Will be a holding call against the Terry Bulldogs, and that'll bring this one back. Kind of mistakes you don't want to make if you're Terry.
Right. No, that puts you first and 20 right there, and it's just not many plays you got on your play call sheet. So you got to put yourself in a good position right here to make it second and manageable, and then get in third down, or just stay ahead of the change.
First and 20 for the Bulldogs. They're trying to get the play call. A great start by the Bulldogs, able to get into the end zone on a pass from Busby to Timothy Jackson. And now the handoff to Baker. Baker hesitates, and now he's pushing through and trying to fight for every yard. So he'll get right behind the 30, 29-yard lines where he's going to get a gain of 2, second and 18. Folks, please be sure to hit the subscribe button to the TSJW Network YouTube channel. We bring you the ball games this season, 2024. Terry and West Jones right here. First region game of the season. Both teams 5-1. Terry started off with a 7-0 lead, and West Jones has scored 17 unanswered points. Baker trying to push through the middle. He's going to get nowhere. That'll bring up a third down. And the same, 3rd and 18. Timeout will be called by West Jones. They're trying to stop the clock to see if they may be able to get another score. Leaves them some time on the clock. But right here, if you're Terry, you might want to take a shot. You want a big play here.
Yeah, I mean, nothing's going to hurt you right here if you take the, I don't know how smart West Jones defense is going to be if you happen to throw an interception here to put you further down the field. You don't want to catch the ball. It doesn't. I wouldn't want to try to get an interception right here if I was West Jones defense. But again, I agree with you. I would take a shot right here. It's not going to hurt you.
2 minutes left in the first half. Bulldogs have the football at their own 29-yard line, looking at a 3rd down and long. Bulldogs' big goal for the season is to host a playoff game, and the best way to do it is to win here tonight. Ball at the 29. So here's Busby in the shotgun. He's got a receiver out long left, and I believe that is Chidarius Rogers. He's got Tripp stacked to the right. Jordan McGee getting a little coaching on the sideline. He's back out there now. Baker's in the backfield. The Bulldogs want a big play here. And now they're all heading over to the sideline now. I'm not seeing any kind of timeout signal or anything like that, but play clocks are reset and not running, and no signal here for a timeout. It's an official's timeout, and I don't know what that is about, because the officials aren't discussing anything. They just have the ball at the 29.
I don't see the head, ref. Where's the white hat at? Oh, there he is. That's the. I think he took a restroom.
Oh, wow. The official left the field. Second, now he's back out there now.
That's the first. My. years of football seeing that one.
Ball at the 29 for the Bulldogs. Now they're going to shift over to the right. They got 4 lined up to the right. Bulldogs look like they're going to throw this one. They're going to throw it short. Oh, McGee, it's going to be a double pass down the field to Gibson. Will it take too long? Oh, there's plenty of contact. Oh, they don't throw the flag. Oh, my goodness, he got tackled. He got tackled in the open field, and no flag is thrown. Can you believe it? Oh, man. Can you believe that? The double pass is brought out by the Bulldogs. It hung in the air a little too long. Looked like he was tackled in the open field, and the officials must have not seen that, or they must have just not agreed with me on it. They might have just thought that it was not the case. As I look back at it, it's not as clear as it seemed to me. But, wow. And this actually was a similar situation last year in the 2-0 ball game. The one last year was probably a little bit more egregious, but oh, he fumbled it! He fumbled the punt return, but he's able to jump back on it. Ball at the 42-yard line. 17-7, 149 to play.
Back to that
in the first half.
Back to that call right there. I'm still trying to gather my words right there. You make that call right there. That's a pass interference. Maybe, you're saying that you're falling, the receiver was falling down. But again, this defensive back he's not looking back for the football. I mean, you make that call. I don't understand it.
It was a little bit of a shallow pass there by Jordan McGee. And wanted to put a little bit more on that. He could have hit him in stride, but still, just one of those things as there's a handoff. Jones able to brush a man off, but gets about a yard extra, really. And it says 2nd and 9. Just over a minute and a half to play in the first half. And the Mustangs have the football, and they're trying to make a final drive, see if they can go up 24-7 on the Bulldogs at the half. Bulldogs really do not want to see that.
Right. We got to watch Lindsey right here. He's going to keep the ball. Watch Lindsey.
Lindsey, he will make the handoff there. Jones is taken down by his feet. That was Quintarius White. Big-time defensive play by the senior.
That's a good stop right there. That's a good stop, So right now what we got to do is, again, the way that they scored their last touchdown was passing the ball right here. So again, you want to watch the formation. And again, it was to a single receiver side right here. So they're going to go back to it right now. If you're the West Jones offensive coordinator, you're trying to find out, what was that play that got you the touchdown. So they're going to go back to it. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen.
3rd and long now for West Jones. Big-time defensive play there by Quintarius White. You really want to hold him if you're the Bulldogs here. But if you're West Jones, I'd be surprised if I saw them really take a shot because, in this situation, you really wouldn't want to turn it over if you're the Mustangs.
Well, you're right, but we didn't look too good on them touchdowns, those passing touchdowns.
That's right.
So, it's a risk-reward type situation, and I think they're going for it.
Pierce is back to throw. He throws it across the middle, and it's broken up. Quintarius Benson with a big defensive play. And that'll stop the clock. 4th down and long now, and 1:01 left on the clock. So the Bulldogs have a little time to make a drive, and good defensive play there from Benson.
And that was a long development play right there. If he can run a deep in route right there, a deep drag right there, I'll be a little frustrated defensively, but again, good job by the Terry defense by knocking the ball down.
Mustangs are back to punt. 17-7 ball game. Complete opposite of last year where nobody could score at all. This year it's a 17-7 halftime. That punt is short. Not a good punt. Bounces in a West Jones direction and will stop at the 36. Bulldogs will have the ball at the 36-yard line. They have 49 seconds to get in the end zone, and that's what they're looking to do.
I would run that play again, Trellis. I would run that double pass again. I'll change up the formation and run it again. Let's see what they do here.
Yeah, that would be something. But Jordan McGee used to play quarterback
Right.
a couple years ago for the Terry Bulldogs, so that is definitely a good candidate for that kind of play. You got trips to the left and one to the right now. Bulldogs definitely looking to pass this football, you can tell. Busby will throw it over to the sideline to McGee. Now McGee going to take on the defense, and he slipped a little bit, but he got to the 45. That is a gain of 8. 2nd and 2. Time is running. 2nd down and 2. Now down to 30 seconds to play.
Ooh, they ain't got
Bulldogs
enough-
need to run this play here.
Yep, they ain't got enough players over here. Need to hit Gibson.
Oh, now they fumble the snap. Busby will jump on top of it. Wow. That's just not what you wanted. And you lose a lot of yards there.
Mr. Ralph, outside.
And they want an offsides call over here.
We're going to not get this play off.
And so now you got 30-yard line. Clock, I think, is stopped at the moment. Now they run it. Bulldogs do have a timeout left, but I don't know if they're going to get they're not going to get the snap off. And that's how the first half comes to an end. Very disappointing fashion to the end of the first half. 17-7 is the score. West Jones leads. The Bulldogs scored a touchdown early, but ever since then, kind of a disappointing first half for the Bulldogs. And so, what did you just see just then?
Right, so that was just, did we have a timeout left? I thought we.
I thought we had, but I guess we might have not. We apparently not, because I think we would have used it there.
Right, yeah.
But there was no timeout used. And I know that there is some frustration from the Terry side on the official there. But, it just it is what it is.
Frustrated with them. Those were two plays that, that play and then the pass interference made an impact on this particular, this last two drives for the Terry offense. So, like you said, it is what it is. You just make the, adjustments in halftime and got to come back. Yeah.
Well, so we have a quick first half. Score 17-7. West Jones in the lead over Terry. We'll be back in just a little bit for the halftime report brought to you by the Bryant Insurance Agency. We will step aside this Terry Bulldogs football on the TSJW Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the Terry High School Marching Band. The band is under direction of the Darius Millers, Sequoia Young, Jordan Selvin, Ashley Martin, Victoria O'Banner, and Kendra Caldwell. The band will be presenting their halftime show entitled Heart. It will feature saxophone soloist Xavier Williams and trumpet soloist Nathan Turner. The band is under the field direction of drum majors Kamari Ratliff and Jaden Washington. Drum majors, is your band ready? High School band, you may enter the field. I'll give halftime of the will. and gentlemen, give it up for the Terry High School Marching Band. Our upcoming schedule for the Bulldogs. Next week we travel to Pearl River Central High School. October 25th is a bye week. And senior night, the last home game, regular season game for the Bulldogs, will be against Hattiesburg, November 1st. And the final game of the regular season, November the 7th at Forest Field. So be here November 1st for senior night. At least face the Hattiesburg Tigers.
Welcome back to Bulldog Field as we have the West Jones Mustangs taking on the Terry Bulldogs. West Jones leads 17-7 over Terry. Terry was able to score first as they took the 7-0 lead. Ever since then, West Jones has dominated in the first half, and now they lead 17-7 over the Bulldogs. So, Coach, first region game, you're playing the defending 6A state champions, the team that ended your season last year. And you start off in the lead, but then West Jones storms back, and it kind of almost looks like your offense is playing on eggshells a little bit.
Right, yeah. You know, when you look at this game, when you play a championship team, you have to play at a championship level. So, you know, you have to continue to go at West Jones defense and not, you know, as you said, being timid. You know, that timidity is not going to put you in a good position to come out with the win. But I will say, in the second quarter, that double pass was a little sign that they have something in their pockets that they can, make some things happen.
West Jones has probably done the best job against the rushing attack from the Bulldogs with Rondé Baker. But Baker is really a very good running back, so he's able to get some yards still. Yeah. But West Jones has done a good job not letting Rondé completely take them over.
And that's what you want to do. Whatever team you face, you want to find out what their top two players are, and you stop their first one, and you make the second one, have to step up, or you stop both. So what they've done is that they're going to stop, they're going to try to stop Rondé. But I will say he's getting some hard-nosed, yards tonight. That's what you want to see.
Absolutely.
That you have to do that in the region, In those first several games, you probably didn't get touched. But again, if you're playing a championship team, they're going to be there, and you got to keep going at them and keep, as they hit you, you got to hit them back as well.
Halftime reports brought to you by the Bryant Insurance Agency. They can help you out on your life insurance, home insurance, and auto insurance needs. The Bryant Insurance Agency, located in the South Point Center in Byron, Mississippi. But also, Coach, I do want to also say that the Terry Bulldogs, you know, they are a team that go on momentum. And
Right,
tonight, they were able to get that touchdown, but West Jones was able to just suck that momentum back up, and West Jones was able to take it over. Also, not the hugest crowd tonight. You've had people rolling as the game has gone on, but you don't have that normal loud energy you have at Bulldog Field. How do you think that's affected the game?
Again, you want to get to a point where you support your team, regardless of whatever the case may be. Because again, when you're out there on the field, you want to see. I'm pretty sure parents are here, relatives are here, but just Terry Bulldog fans, it makes a difference. We understand you're paying your dollars, but it's nothing like being on the field, hearing the fans cheer on and contribute to that momentum when it happens for the Terry Bulldog team. So, it's getting a little cold. I don't know, we're going to find some type of excuse, but again, I think the point of the matter is saying the players need you here. It's just what it is. If you're watching on right now, we appreciate you, but hey, we need some people here in the stands to make some noise.
Absolutely. And another thing, too, is that today was the fall break day here at Terry High School, so they had a day off. And I'm sure that wasn't a decision. That was probably like whether it's a district decision or a state decision or whatever. But see, that's where you want some localized decision-making, because if it was up to Terry, they'd probably be like, no, that's the West Jones game. You got to have your students here.
Right, yeah, you do. And those, I've been in North Mississippi. I've been in the Delta. Now I'm in South Mississippi. Fall break, any type of, school dismissal does not help football at all. I just have to say that. I don't care how you slice it up. If the school is out, it's just like you're trying to get the football players mind focused because they're not waking up. They're out of their routines. So I'm going to get off my soapbox. I'm having a flashback. But, yeah. That fall break is definitely not it's fun for the student body, but it's not fun for the football coaches.
And so the score is 17-7. West Jones, the defending 6A state champions, lead the Terry Bulldogs by 10. A deficit that the Bulldogs can easily come back from. You just 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns, and you have the lead again if you're able to get a stop. Of course, West Jones will begin the second half with the football. But, folks, we appreciate you joining us. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button to the TSJW Network YouTube channel. We appreciate it. Be sure to like the stream, share it, and then also hop in the chat. We like to hear what you have to say. This is Terry Bulldogs football on the TSJW Network. I'm Trellis Williams, right here with me, Coach Tony Kimble. We will step aside and be right back for a live action, third quarter action right here from Bulldog Field, West Jones and Terry. We are back at Bulldog Field. We were looking at a couple of games from around the state. Madison Central and Tupelo, and it looks like right now Madison Central with the lead. 17-0 at the half. Brandon up on Petal 21-3. West Point up on Corinth 21-0.
Well, some life in West Point now. They had some troubles early on.
Yeah, also has Hartfield and MRA don't have any updates on that one. That's a big game.
Right, yeah.
That's a big game there. MRA defeated Oak Grove 51-13. Hartfield has averaged a 50-point win over all their opponents.
Right. Yeah.
And Jackson Prep laying down the hammer on PCS. They were up 49-3 at halftime. Murrah, who's really emerged this year, 6-0 team, looking for their first 7-0 start since 1973. They lead at halftime over Perry Central 2-0.
Wow.
MRA leading Hartfield 21-0 after one quarter. Unbelievable. Hartfield, they have not the most they've let go is 7. And listen, look.
Whoa.
So on my radio show, which is the pregame show on 97.7, The Beat of the Capital. Check it out. Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. is when we air. And the two games of the week that I picked out was MRA and Hartfield, and then Madison Central and Tupelo. I predicted MRA would defeat Hartfield. Did not expect a 21-0 start. I did think it would be something, but onside kick will not make it 10 yards. Derek Howard Jr. tried to get the kickoff to go the 10 yards for the onside kick, but they are not able to execute it properly to begin the second half. Bulldogs tried to pull an old New Orleans Saints in the Super Bowl on this one.
Yeah. Caught me. I wasn't aware of that. If it would have went 10 yards, I felt like we could have got that one. But, you know. Hey,
absolutely.
Yeah.
West Jones definitely did not expect it, but didn't go 10 yards, so couldn't get the football.
That's your risk right there. You took you take your risk right there. Yeah.
So Mustangs have good field position, 47-yard line in Terry Bulldog territory. But I will say, field position hasn't affected the game that much because the Mustangs just score when they're moving the football, really.
Right, yeah.
So Lindsey's in the shotgun, handoff to Jones. Jones able to take a hit and keep going and get a gain of 3. 2nd and 7. As we begin third quarter action right here at Bulldog Field. 17-7 lead for the West Jones Mustangs.
Right. Yeah, we need to catch him in the backfield before he gets 3 to 4 yards up the field because we're having a little problem with him. But we got a new running back in there, Trellis, don't we?
Lindsey in the shotgun. Handoff Jones. Jones through the middle. And he's taken down. Don't know if he'll get the first down. He's battling for that first down. Don't think he's going to get it. Ball's at the 39-yard line and 1 yard to go.
I think it's number 6 is in. I don't think Jones was in.
Okay, number 6 for West Jones playing the running back position
Caleb
here.
Holmes.
That's Caleb Holmes.
Yeah.
Caleb Holmes actually was very active last year as a running back. I think Elijah Jones, they go to Jones a little bit more now. So definitely apologize for that. Now we're going to have Wildcat here. Wildcat formation, Elijah Jones trying to get this 1 yard. Jones going to plunge in there and he'll get the first down. So he gets to the 35. West Jones moves the football and will get the first down on the play. Just over 10.5 minutes to play in this third quarter. And if you're the Bulldogs, you really want to make a big play.
Right, yeah. You definitely have to make a stop right here. So, you got Caleb Holmes in there now. It's a little different now. I don't know what kind of play calls they got with this combination, so that you got to pay attention to what's happening right here. But I expect Lindsey to keep that football.
Whistle blown dead.
Offsides?
Offsides against the Terry Bulldogs. So 1st and 5 now for West Jones. Bad mistake there. Ball's going to be at the 30-yard line for the Mustangs. The Mustangs are able to put a touchdown in here. That will give them a big lead at a 24-7 advantage, and that ends up making it harder and harder to come back from. You are here at home, but you really need to get a stop here. Lindsey, handoff. And that is a run for Wes Jones, and he is unabated to the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs, and they will get that big lead. 23-7 is the score now, and the Mustangs now just have been able to move the football the way they want to. That was Caleb Holmes for the touchdown, his third touchdown of the season. Over the year, he's averaged just under 6 yards a carry, and he was the main running back that possession, and he's able to get into the end zone for 6, a 30-yard rushing touchdown. And so now Wes Jones trying to put the icing on the cake and make it 24-7, and that kick is a beauty. 24-7 lead for the Mustangs over the Bulldogs. Bulldogs have not touched the ball here in the second half thus far, but now it's basically a must-score possession here.
Yeah, I mean, you got to put the ball in the end zone. Again, that was just a nice play for selection right there by the Wes Jones, offensive coordinator. But again, what has to happen? We got to make that tackle, because it's happening where either whether it's Holmes or whether it's Jones, they're just moving their feet and just running. They're not stopping their legs, and that's what you teach a running back to do. So you just got to make the tackle, because we're making contact. We're putting our hands on them. So.
Please be sure to hit the subscribe button to the TSJW Network YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button right now. 24-7 lead for the Mustangs over the Terry Bulldogs. Bulldogs really need to score on this possession. Shadarius Rogers is back to receive. Mustangs looking to get back to their winning ways. A 19-game winning streak was snapped last week in their 42-7 road loss to the Jackson Prep Patriots. They're trying to get back on the winning streak now. But they lead here at Bulldog Field 24-7. As a short kick received by the Bulldogs, and he'll jump on top of it. Smart play at the 44-yard line. Good job just going on down with it instead of trying to make yards out of it when you had caught it in the edge of your hands there.
Right, you got to wave a fair catch right there to protect yourself, because if they get down there, if they had a yard or two, they would have, probably would have knocked that ball out. So at that point, when the ball is in the air like that, you got to do a fair catch. But, still did a good job. But fair catch it next time.
So pooch kick there by Wes Jones, and the Bulldogs are able to recover it. 44-yard lines where the Bulldogs have it. 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. Timothy Jackson in the backfield next to Brady Busby. Man in motion, toss to Gibson. Gibson around the edge, plunging through the corner, and he was hit hard. Hope Gibson's okay after that one. He took a tough smack there. And he will be down at the 46. A gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
Yeah. Cut it up a little too soon right there, but I think if he keeps it on down the field, I think he'd get a couple of more yards.
Jackson in the backfield with Busby. Busby fake, short pass, Rogers wrapped up. He'll lose a yard. Back to the original line of scrimmage, 3rd and 10. Now Wes Jones looks like they have Terry's number, especially as far as Terry's offense is concerned. Ball's at the 45-yard line, 3rd and 9. And now you need a big play here. We don't see Rondé Baker or Jordan McGee out on the field for the Bulldogs here on offense this possession. Busby's got a little time in protection, and he nearly threw another pick to the same man in Pierce. Harrison Pierce. It went right into his hands, and he dropped it. So it was an incomplete pass. 4th down and 9, and Busby's going to punt the ball again.
Yeah, I'm curious to see why those two were not on the field on that drive. Hopefully neither one is re-aggravated an injury.
And Jordan McGee looks like he's pretty active on the sideline. Rondé Baker is in his pads as well, so does not look like they'd be injured, but we'll have to see, as that punt is a good punt, and it's fair caught by Braxton Graves at the West Jones 25-yard line. That's where the Mustangs will start their possession. And ever since the 7-0 lead for the Bulldogs can't score on West Jones, and West Jones has not been stopped by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, you gotta find that number here where, I think it's just the tail of the tape is happening in the offensive and defensive line right here.
Lindsey in the backfield. 2 receivers out left and 1 out right. The toss to Jones. Jones wrapped up. So at the line of scrimmage is where he'll be stopped, 2nd down.
Yeah, and what's happening is that the defense didn't necessarily have a cutback player. So what's happening is that the left side of the West Jones line is blocking down right there. So when they cut it back, the running backs are cutting it back there. You don't have anybody to make the tackle.
2 receivers left, 1 right. Now the run from Jones. Jones taking contact, getting past the 30 to the 31. Good gain for Elijah Jones. 4 yards short of the first down. 3rd down and 4. Big 3rd down here for West Jones and the Bulldogs. Defense looking to get this stop. Trying to catch the Bulldogs off sides. Bulldogs stay disciplined. Lindsey in the shotgun. Elijah Jones to his immediate right. 1 receiver out right and 2 out left. There's the snap. Handoff. Fake handoff.
Oh,
Lindsey wrapped up. He's trying to get out of it. He's tripped up. Good job by the Bulldogs defense. Quintarius White and Quintarius Benson were on that. And it's a loss. And it'll bring up a 4th and 7.
That was a good statement right there, because what they're trying to do, they're going through this series of play calls right here where if you're paying attention to, every one of those plays they ran on that drive, they scored on. So that was a good job by the defense of making a statement of shutting down those plays that they scored on in the first half.
West Jones in the punting formation. Back to receive is Chadarius Rogers. And there it is, the punt. Nice punt, strong punt, and it will be caught. And now here's Rogers. He's got the blocking. Now out to the right side. Oh, he takes some contact and pushes through some more guys. It's hit, and now he pushes down to the 45, out of bounds. Great return there.
That's a good return.
And that was Chadarius Rogers with the return. Great job by Rogers. And the Bulldogs are able to get a nice, I think that was a return of 23 yards and setting up great field position for the Bulldogs, and you got to take advantage of it right here.
Right, yeah. And I don't feel like you need to take a big shot right here, but you're just trying to get the ball forward. You're trying to get a 1st down on your first drive. That's what you're trying to do.
Jordan McGee back out on the field for the Bulldogs. Short pass caught and hit. Seth Moore. Oh, he lost it, and McGee picked it up. I don't know if they're going to call it. I think they call it complete.
Yeah, it was complete. Yeah.
To the 40.
2nd and 5.
There's another ball at the 40. 2nd down, 5 yards to go. Nice 5-yard pass play. Rondé Baker still on the sideline. Got trips to the left and 2 to the right. Busby alone in the backfield. Short pass, and Jackson tried to pull it in with one hand. It's a quick play, and it's an incomplete pass. 3rd and 5 now for the Bulldogs, but you're in West Jones territory, so it's a 4-down situation. You have 2 downs to get this 5 yards. And so what do you do here, Coach?
Right, so you try to get a couple of yards right here. I would even try to run the ball with Bugsby right here, because they're not expecting that right here. So we'll see.
Oh, they jumped again.
Busby, short pass, caught. Chadarius Rogers, some yards after the catch, gets the 1st down to the 30-yard line. Big play for Terry. And that one's brought to you by Barnett's Body Shop.
Tell you what, this 5 wides is giving the West Jones defense a problem right here. I don't know how well they're adjusting to it, because right now I don't think they're aligned to it well.
Man in motion. Timothy Jackson. Busby's got pressure, and that's McGee now. McGee now with a nice move, diving inside to the 16-yard line.
They calling it back.
And the Bulldogs are now in the Raising Cane's red zone. Big play for the Bulldogs. First down.
It back.
Oh, and it appears that they're going to call this one back. And Elijah Sanders doesn't like the call. And it's going to be holding against the Bulldogs. And just like that, the Bulldogs are back again. Penalties hurting them.
I didn't get to see what happened right there. But I'm assuming that was just a obvious hold that prevented the D lineman from making the play right there. I don't see how, but you know.
Ball at the 48-yard line now. First down and 20. Bulldogs just need to move the football here. Twins to the left and 3 to the right. And now Busby has room and time. He's got the blocking. And now there's more yellow on the field. So Busby's going to take a shot downfield, and it's out of bounds. It's probably going to be another holding call here.
It's another holding call.
It's one of those situations where, and Busby threw it out of bounds, but thought he was about to just take a shot, and it's like, no, this isn't one of those situations. It is a holding call, and the Bulldogs just shooting themselves in the foot, kind of killing their own drive here with a couple of holding penalties. That's going to bring it back to the 50, which will be first and 30.
So I'm going to pay attention to this offensive line to see what's happening here, because they're rushing 4. And where is this hold occurring at?
Trips to the right and 2 to the left. Busby is alone in the backfield. Looking at a first and long. Busby, short pass, Rogers. Rogers has the blocking, and now yellow on the field again. Rogers going through the backfield. He was clotheslined at the 35. Busby's upset. Now there's another flag on the field again. I don't know what this is going to be. Holding against the offense.
Sideline one. That's sideline. Probably on the sideline. So that's another 15.
Wow. Wow. You almost want to look back at the video of this just to see if these holding penalties are actually holding penalties. But they are calling them a lot right now.
And I'm assuming that had to be I don't know what to make of this.
See where they finally spot the football here. Ball's at the 35-yard line in Terry territory, and now the boos come in.
Right.
This is a first and 45 for the Bulldogs. And Coach, are you still in 4-down territory?
I don't know what you do. I mean, you try to screen them to death here. But even if they ran the screen, they're saying holding.
They're saying holding on every single one of them. 4:46 to go in the third quarter. And 24-7 is the score. Timeout was called by the Bulldogs. Now the Bulldogs are coming out onto the field. But they're going to return back to the sideline. We will step aside and be right back. Don't really know what's going on, but all I know is that the Bulldogs are far away from a first down. We'll be right back.
They talk about, like, when we run them screens outside, they talk about them outside receivers out there holding. 4 straight holding calls.
We're back at Bulldog Field. Terry Looking at a 1st and long, very long.
Field first, though.
Well, you know, you can get a penalty right here. Maybe a pass interference. You can be first down.
Busby back to throw. Oh, nice pass, Jackson! And he's hit hard. What a big play from the Bulldogs. Nice pass from Busby. A strike that he threw to Tim Jackson. And he's able to get back into West Jones territory to the 43-yard line. You still have 23 yards to go, but you just knocked off 22 of the 45.
Right. Okay. This is usually what happens for me on NCAA.
Busby back to throw. 2nd and 23. Pass was low. Incomplete.
What is it, 3rd down?
3rd and 23 for Terry. So 3rd and long, but with that big pass to Tim Jackson, you know, 23 seems like nothing compared to 45. And now you are back into West Jones territory, so you might want to take all your downs.
Right, you're going to have to, based on the score.
Busby back to throw. He scrambles. He's going to run. Busby's going to slide inside the 40 to the 34-yard line. And now you're 14 yards short of the first down. 4th down and 14. And now you're at a normal long 4th and long.
Yeah, I go back to the seam route again because it's still open.
Busby tried to catch West Jones off sides and unable to. Jackson is in motion to the left side. Busby trying to get the play call. Trips to the left and 2 to the right. Now the Bulldogs fans are making noise. Busby back to throw. He's scrambling. He fakes. He's scrambling again. Makes the pass across the middle. Jackson catches it. He's in the middle. He's taken down inside the 5. What a play by Brady Busby to Tim Jackson. How about the Terry Bulldogs? They converted on 41st and 45. And now they are first down inside the 5-yard line. Big play by Terry. And you got West Jones players down on the field hurt. But the Bulldogs make a huge play. How about Brady Busby?
Well, you know, I usually see that when I'm playing NCAA 25 where I just get this random crazy conversion. But right now I'm seeing it in real life right here where you've converted a, 1st and 35, 40?
45.
45? This is huge. This is a huge momentum shift right here. Oh my goodness! Do you know that throw was that was a baseball throw? I put it to you like that. To throw across field to make that completion right there and nearly score.
Brady Busby, how about some heroics there? And then how about Tim Jackson?
Right,
you got to have the quickness to get back to that throw because obviously it's a shallow throw, but he's running away from 2 guys. They were about to sack him, and Tim Jackson came back and got it. And Jackson has been Busby's target here today.
Right, yeah.
Done a great job. And now the Bulldogs have Rondé Baker back out on the field. He has not been playing. And the Bulldogs are going to try to punch this one into the end zone in a few plays here. 1st down and goal for the Bulldogs.
What's happening here? You can't stop the momentum of the game.
So it's a penalty against West Jones for 12 men on the field, I do believe. Tim Jackson's going to come out for the Bulldogs. They're going to move it half the distance to the goal, so at the 2.5-yard line. 1st down and goal for the Bulldogs. Now you just want to punch your ticket into this end zone and make this a ball game. 24-7 is the score now. Jackson trying to get off the field. Now he's getting back onto the field. I guess he's the 11th man. A little too much confusion for my liking.
I was trying to figure out what
Baker in the Wildcat, and they snap it, but there's a whistle before the snap. And I don't know what the call is, and that's 12 men on the field for the Bulldogs. The illegal substitution. It's going to move it back a little bit here. Is that a 5-yard penalty?
Yeah, it should be a 5-yard penalty.
So we're still 1st down and goal for the Bulldogs. But now at this point, you just run the football. You're trying to move the line and just get in this end zone here.
Right.
And listen, you faced more difficult feats just a few minutes ago.
Exactly.
Baker gets the block in as he runs to his right, and Baker's going to march into the end zone untouched. Next, touchdown, Terry! And the Bulldogs are going to get back into this ball game.
That's a good job right there. That is a great job, because let me tell you why right there. You take away not just the momentum, but if you look at their score and if you look at what happened on the right side of the West Jones defense, I saw a couple of players, I don't know what number it was, but drove him into the ground. That was a swing back in a fight. So we know that Terry is not out right now. They're not throwing in the white towel.
Extra point is up and good, and all these points matter in a game like this. 24-14 is the score. West Jones over Terry, but Terry coming off a nice touchdown and really a drive that, when you really think about it, you're glad you get the penalties now, because this might have sparked some momentum in this football game.
It's building confidence of that. If we can convert a first and 24,
first and 45.
I mean, what
can't we do?
I can't even get it out. Yeah, again, you want to come out here. And the thing I talked about is just having a stop. Just having a stop and getting in the end zone.
And one thing we have not done yet, Coach, I want to get your keys to victory, and they're still relevant now.
Right, absolutely. They don't throw away the game plan, and they have not thrown away the game plan. So, and then also taking calculated risks. So they did both right here. I don't know if we're going to classify the first and 45.
It's a calculated risk, but
yeah.
Going for the onside, picked up by the Mustangs, and he's tripped up. So good job by Caleb Tillman not making that a very damaging play there. But I know why the Bulldogs did it, because if you got the football again right now, you could really do something with it here.
Right, yeah.
And so the keys to victory are brought to you by Richards Tire and Auto. We really appreciate them. Of course, run by the mayor of Byron, Richard White. Appreciate his support of the Terry Bulldogs football program as well. And that touchdown just a little bit ago was brought to you by Total Package Lawn Care. 24-14 is the score. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to play in the third period. Bulldogs want to get a big stop here. They're only down 2 scores. If you get a stop here, it'd be nice. Hudson Pierce is back in at quarterback for the Mustangs. 2 receivers out right and 1 out left. The Mustangs have thrown at this game more than they usually do, and a short pass is caught, and he's taken down on the near side by Glendarius Ford at the 45-yard line, but it's a gain of 5, second down and 5.
Yeah, and this is a change in their play selection right here, which is an advantage for the Terry Bulldog defense. Again, they ran an out right there. So you have Jones in the backfield right here.
LaDamian Keys was the receiver who was able to receive the pass there from Pierce. Pierce, fake, pass, over the top. Lindsey got it, and he was hit. He was hit pretty good. But he was able to catch it, get a 3-yard gain. Yeah. And so now it's 3rd down and 2. Now you want to make a big stand if you're the Bulldogs, and they bring Elijah Jones back onto the field. West Jones does.
And this is a different play selection right here, where you're making them do something that they don't usually do right here. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a pass right here to Lindsey right here, because Lindsey's trying to he's looking to the sideline to figure out what's going on here.
Lindsey is on the left side, inside receiver. They're going to hand it off to Jones. Jones is wrapped up, and I don't think he's going to get the first down. Jordan McGee came through with the tackle. Oh, they give him the first down. Oh, wow. What a generous spot.
That can't be first down. No, because the line to gain is at the 40.
Okay, well, no, they're saying 4th down. It was only the far side judge that said it was a first down, but now he puts up the fist. So it is 4th down, 4th down and 1.
Caleb Holmes is in the game right now.
Big 4th down here for West Jones. The Bulldogs looking to make a huge stand here.
They're going to call timeout.
Yeah, play clock's running down low. They're going to get the timeout. West Jones uses their first timeout of the second half. 24-14 is the ball game. Mustangs lead by 10 over the Terry Bulldogs. But if the Bulldogs get a stop here, you're talking about you got all energy behind you.
Right. It'll be a big play, for the Terry Bulldog defense. And still, if they happen to get this first down, the defense is okay. Okay, because here's what's happening. You're forcing a high-potent offense to do something different than they usually do, which is throw the ball. So what they're trying to do is what we call the quick game. The quick game is just you're getting the ball out to your receivers on slants, outs, curl routes. So you're getting them to do something different. You need to recognize that is something to your advantage. So you're still in a good position.
Ball at the 41-yard line in Terry Bulldog territory for West Jones. Big fourth down. They lead by 10 points over the Terry Bulldogs. Now in the shotgun is Hudson Pierce. Pierce, handoff, and that's a first down and more. Oh, wow, he's all by himself for the touchdown. Wow. And the Bulldogs not only did not stop them on fourth down, they let them score 6. And now West Jones's lead gets back to a comfortable position now. 30-14, 34 seconds to go in the third quarter, and wow, how deflating.
Right. Yeah. We don't have a cutback player on that.
Touchdown, the second touchdown of the ball game for Caleb Holmes. And the extra point is up and good for West Jones, and they lead 31-14. Bulldogs fall back again by 3 scores. And Coach, what you think?
We got to figure out what happened there, because there was not a player there in that position to make that tackle. That would worry me right there. We don't have instant replay, but I would try to figure out what happened on that play, because you've stopped them all this drive, and I definitely want to find out what happened there. They scored or whatever, but you got to figure out how they scored that touchdown, because he was untouched. Oh yeah, they were missing somebody right there. They're missing somebody on the field. I don't know if they didn't have 11 on the field at that point or not.
Yeah, he just had nobody was ever in front of him at all.
Nobody touched him at all. Yeah, that's the reason. They were missing somebody right there, because there's no way in the world that guy goes untouched on that one play.
Received are the Bulldogs. Adarius Hyde down at the 30. That's where the Bulldogs will begin their possession. 31-14 is the score. .28 seconds to play in the third quarter, and you got to score on this possession. And really, you probably have to convert on the onside kick as well, because obviously the Bulldogs just having a tough time defending West Jones. At the beginning of the game, first couple of possessions, it looked like maybe the Bulldogs were able to handle West Jones defensively. That has not happened here tonight.
Right, yeah, and I'm going to go back to finding out what happened on that play, who was out of position there, because if you don't make the correction, they're going to come back to it.
Busby across the middle, pass was high, batted off the hands of the receiver, which was Seth Moore, which is a little high for him, incomplete. Second down and 10 now for the Bulldogs.
Yep, so I'm assuming, I don't know if they're running a cover 4. They can't be running a cover 4, but that middle is wide open.
Man in motion's McGee. McGee's got a little blocking, but doesn't really get anywhere, a gain of 1. 3rd and 9. And you kind of wonder what's going on with Rondé Baker over here on the sideline. He did get in the end zone for the touchdown, 16th touchdown of the year, but they're not really playing him on the regular possessions.
Right,
it makes me think that he might have a little injury flare-up that I don't know what that would be.
Right, based on how he was running the ball right there, I don't necessarily think it's an injury. I think you just kind of have to change up what you're doing offensively. They pretty much stayed in 5 wide. They saw that that had an impact on the West Jones defense. So once you kind of find your niche right there, and I think they kind of stayed in it. And, run day might not be in that package. I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
so that brings up the final quarter of play. Fourth quarter coming right at you. Want to shout out our sack sponsor, which is the Hydra Station. They bring you the sacks. I think we've had 1 sack here today, brought to you by the Hydra Station. Hydra Station has the massage beds. Tried it out one time, and I would definitely recommend over there off of the frontage road in Byron.
So actually, when I was coming in today, I looked to my left, and I said, voila, the Hydra Station. Couldn't stop there, but I have put my eyes on the sack sponsor.
On the sack sponsor, yes. Ball at the 31-yard line for the Bulldogs. 3rd down and 9. Busby escaping to his left, making the pass over the top to Jackson, who's open. Jackson on the near sideline, using his speed, taken down. And he'll be down at the 37. Great play, and we've seen a lot of good connection from Brady Busby to Tim Jackson.
Right. So I don't know what they did after practice. I don't know. Maybe they had, I don't know, but he's definitely getting the ball to him. Should have over 100 yards to him, seems like it.
We got 4 receivers out right and 1 out left for the Bulldogs. And now the snap was made, and there's whistle dead. Yeah. Coach Thigpen does not know why that's the case. Though they have yelled, it was pink over there on the sideline. So false start against the Bulldogs. Penalties have definitely eaten at the Bulldogs here today. They were able to overcome on that last possession and still get in the end zone, but it did make it take a lot longer than maybe it could have happened. And now you have 11 and a half minutes down 3 scores. But you really want to get a quick score here. Busby back to throw, and we're whistled at the line of scrimmage again. This time you have offsides against West Jones. So back to the original line of scrimmage, 1st down and 10.
Thank you, Mr. Official, finally.
you got a crowd response.
Ball at the 36-yard line for Busby. Trips to the right and 2 to the left. Busby back to throw. Escapes the pocket. Busby, pass, out of bounds. Nobody open on the play. 2nd down and 10.
Yeah. What?
What? He outside the pocket. He outside the tackle box. He outside the tackle box.
They have another flag on the field here on this play.
And he had a receiver over there in the area.
Apparently what it seems like is going to be a grounding penalty, and that's what the discussion is about here. He picked up his flag and waves it off. So the Bulldogs will have it at the 36-yard line. No penalty on the play. 2nd down rather, and 10 for Terry. Trips to the left and 2 to the right for the Bulldogs, and Busby's alone in the backfield. He's back to throw. He's got time, nearly sacked. There's a flag on the field, short pass through the hands of Seth Moore. I think there's going to be holding. I think I may have seen it in that backfield there, and there is, against the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Hopkins is coming off the edge. And here's the situation. When you look at that type of he's rushing upfield, so if you kind of go back even more, you kind of put yourself in a position. You put the offensive lineman in position. So typically what you want to do is actually you want to step up in the pocket, but it's kind of hard for him to do that right there. That's kind of how you counteract that, because you're kind of waggling back maybe 2 or 3 yards more. So it puts that defensive end in the perfect position.
So the ball will be at the 46-yard line. 2nd down and 20 now for Terry. And positions are just taking a little too long to make this comeback in this ball game. Trips to the left and 2 to the right. Busby's in the shotgun. And now the Mustang crowd is getting into it here, ringing the cowbells. 10:58 to go in the ball game. Bulldogs didn't bring as big of a crowd here this evening. They trail 31-14.
That was the longest recorded penalty or whatever.
All right. Game action is back. Trips to the left, to the right. Busby. Short pass to the right side. Chadarius Rogers able to elude a tackler and spins past one man. And he was 1 yard short of the previous line of scrimmage, which would mean 3rd and 11. Nice 9-yard gain. And you have some quickness on the edges, just not really getting in the end zone on big plays. And one thing the Bulldogs have really lacked this season that they had last season is just they don't make as many big plays. Last year, Bulldogs were so electric with big plays, but consistently moving the football was an issue. Now short pass to Gibson, and now there's yellow on the field again, as Gibson may have gained about 6 on the play, and it would be about a 4th and 5, but there is yellow on the field, and it's going to be a hold. That'll make it a 3rd and 21 for the Bulldogs, and it's kind of been the story of the game here for Terry. Story of the game is on offense, kind of not really getting the football moving like you want it to and getting penalties, and then on the defense just not being able to stop Wes Jones.
I think this has been about 6 or 7 holding calls in the last 2 or 3 drives. Come on, this is high school football, man. What perfection. Yeah, okay, all right. Back to the game.
3rd and 21. Busby back to throw. He's trying to escape the pocket, and Busby will be sacked at his own 40-yard line. Hope Busby's okay. I believe he is, but it's a huge loss for the Bulldogs as they lose 14 when they were 3rd and 21. Now it's 4th and 35, and I guess you're going to punt the football, but, I mean, it's 9:40 to go. You're down 31-14, and it looks like the Bulldogs are going to punt the football away.
Yeah, Hopkins is a senior. That young man is 6'2", 6'4", 220 pounds, and coming off that edge, you know, it's kind of tough for that right tackle.
9:20 to play in the ball game. Snap high. Busby had to jump back to get it. That's a beautiful punt. Lindsey's going to receive it. Apparently, Fair caught it.
Dude, oh, that's probably the best punt of the year.
Yeah, that was a beauty. Yeah, you're talking about he had to snag it up high. And Coach Thigpen always has a lot of great things to say about Brady Busby. Just says that he does so much for this football team. And he says Busby's a good kicker as well. Of course, Braylon Nicholson's done a great job this year as the kicker. But he just says that he doesn't want to just put everything on Busby there. But today he's shown a lot of promise today, especially scrambling outside of the pocket and hitting throws. Here's the handoff to Jones. Jones around the left side, and he will get away from this Terry defense. McGee will take him down past the 50. He'll be spotted. Oh, my goodness, that is oh, they're going to spot him at half field, 50-yard line.
Yeah, that's coming back, though.
So there is yellow on the field. So holding against Wes Jones. As there is 9:03 remaining.
That's the first tonight. Holding on their offensive line.
Folks, we appreciate you joining us. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button to the TSJW Network YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button right now and also hit a like on our broadcast. I also have a radio show with 97.7. If you're in the Jackson area, you'll be able to listen in. 97.7, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. we air. And what we've kind of just discussed is high school sports in Mississippi, and particularly right now, football season, as Elijah Jones able to get a nice run there, gain of 9. to the 19-yard line. 11 yards short of the first down marker, 2nd and 11. Clock continues to run, 8:20 to play in the ball game. Bulldogs trail by 17. And one thing West Jones has is they utilize some field goal kicking, and that puts them up 3 scores. Because I will say it would be a different feel if it was 2 scores.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm trying to see what's happening while they're still getting these yards.
There's a handoff, and that will stop at the 22. And there's more yellow on the field. This may be a little extracurricular activity after the play, but we'll have to see what the call's going to be. Clock stops at 7:43.
Seems like Terry was clapping the hands. What's this sideline?
Unsportsmanlike conduct against West Jones. And that'll move them back a good bit. Only had 1 turnover in this ball game, and it was committed by the Bulldogs on an interception. We have our takeaway sponsor, and that is brought to you by Wheeler's Janitorial. Clean takeaway sponsor. 31-14, West Jones. 3rd down, rather, and long. 3rd and 21, I do believe, for West Jones. Pierce, handoff, Jones, nowhere.
We're trying to figure out why they've been getting those yards right there. So that what they're doing is they have 2 guys on the wing, and what they're doing is locking down on whatever side they're on. And Isaiah is just, not Isaiah, Elijah,
yes.
I'm calling everybody but their real
name. Different prophet.
Right, yeah.
And I do believe West Jones will probably punt this football away now. You're looking at a 4th and long.
Yeah.
And I believe it's 4th down and 16. Clock continues to run as we're down to the end of the play clock, and Coach Reynolds will call timeout. 6:48 remaining in the ball game. West Jones will punt this football away. Terry will be back to receive. And now if you're the Bulldogs, really what you would want to see is a punt return for a touchdown. That would be beautiful.
Right, it would be electric. That happened, and then again, you want to put this ball in the end zone. You're 21. Maybe you take 2 minutes off the clock. At least at the most 3. And you're down 2 scores at that point.
31-14 ball game. West Jones in the lead. 6:48 to play. Mustangs coming out of their timeout, and they're going to probably punt this football away, I'm assuming. You're way back in your own territory, and no reason to make a bad mistake here.
I don't think we have anybody back. I don't know if we're going for the block.
There's nobody back to receive this punt, and I guess the Bulldogs are getting set up to block it. Glendarius Ford is back a slight bit, but he's not back far enough to receive the punt.
This punter.
And he fumbled it! He fumbled the football! Where's the football now? It was picked up by the Bulldogs. I think it was picked up at the 1-yard line. Oh man! And this may be something for Terry. They've got the football at the 1-yard line. They fumbled the snap. And I think that punter could feel the pressure coming. And he knew the pressure was coming. He just dropped that football. Ball's at the 1-yard line. 1st down and goal for Terry.
Well, this is a good thing for Terry because you don't run any time off the clock right here. You just give the ball to your playmakers right here and get in the end zone on this first.
They're going to snap it directly to Baker. Baker gets a little bit of blocking, and now he comes out to the left edge. He's going to push himself into the end zone. Touchdown, Terry. Rondé Baker.
Oh, my goodness.
He's a man amongst boys. Baker into the end zone. And that's his 17th touchdown of the season. 2nd today. And the Bulldogs now cut the lead just a little bit. And now what you're going to have to do is get an onside kick. And this is exactly what you wanted. You took 15 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, that's what you want to happen.
And so the Bulldogs get in the end zone. And now you want to make the extra point. That's extremely important right now.
Yeah.
Braylon Nicholson set to kick the extra point here. Holds good. The kick is up and the kick is true and it is perfect. 31-21 here at Bulldog Field. The Terry Bulldogs down by 10. And now you have 6.5 minutes to go, and you got 2-score deficit, but one of those scores is a field goal. So what you're going to have to do here is capitalize on what you have the ability to do. And I do believe the Bulldogs will go for the onside kick.
So we need to go back to that. That was, when you think about Elijah, you think about Jones, he's usually the highlight back, who, whatever team is being, that they're playing. But run day, that was a man run. That was him running through players to get into the end zone because he was stopped. He was stopped, but he carried the team in the end zone.
Yeah. 31-21 is the score, and now the Bulldogs are expected to go for the onside kick. Everybody knows it, and it's still not going to go 10 yards. And that's just tough for Braylon Nicholson, just not able to get the ball 10 yards. And now West Jones will have it again in great field position. But now if you're the defense, you just got to get a stop here. And so the thing is, really what you need is you really need at least one successful onside kick. But if you get a 3 and out here, and you get the football back, you can do something in this amount of time.
Right. So you go back through and look at what have they scored on, right? So they scored on, in the first half they scored on the passing, which wouldn't be smart right now. And again, they've scored on, I consider it a counter play. So basically what happens is you have Jones lining up to one side, and he goes to the opposite side. So we'll see what happens here.
Pierce in the shotgun, twins to the left and one to the right. He's got it, short pass over to Lindsey. Lindsey's got the ball, and he's tripped up, and he dives to the 35-yard line. That'll be a gain of 6, second down and 4. Nice little pass play from Pierce to Lindsey.
Yeah, that was just a nice call right there. What they're doing is they're looking at the Terry defense, and they're dictating what call they're making right there. So what he saw was, the offensive coordinator saw that the safety was several yards back. So what he did was just raise up and throw the ball right there to Lindsey.
Twins to the right and one to the left for the Mustangs. Second down and 4. Pierce, hand off to Jones, and Jones able to get through the line and get a first down to the 25-yard line. And now they're going to be able to burn more time here. 5:38 to play in the ball game, and the Mustangs move the football.
Yeah, we're just going up the field too far. We're right there to make the tackle, but if we squeeze down, we make the tackle in the backfield right there. So,
2 turnovers have happened in this ball game. One a fumble from West Jones, one an interception from Terry. And that was a nice, clean takeaway that set up the touchdown for the Bulldogs. Brought to you by Wheeler's Janitorial. Got twins to the right and one to the left for West Jones. First down and 10. Hand off Jones. Jones around the left edge. And he's able to go against another tackler and hit out of bounds by Elijah Sanders on the sideline, and a gain of 4.
That's a good stop. We got 5 minutes.
Oh, they're saying he's down. He didn't get anywhere. Second down and 10. He must have had his knee down at one point. Clock's still running, or clock stopped now at 5. Substitution being made for Terry. Second down and 10 to go. 31-21. Second down and 10. Twins to the right and one to the left. Pierce. Handoff. Jones. Taken down by Tadarius Darius Young in the backfield. That's a tackle for a loss. Big play. I know that wasn't the quarterback, but I might just have to shout out Hydro Station anyway on that one. Right. And a big loss to the 32.
That's a huge play right there. What he did was he squeezed down the line instead of going up the field, and that's how you make the tackle. Usually what happens is he goes upfield and he goes underneath.
And there's a flag on the field, and I do believe it's going to be against Terry. Oh, wow. If that's an offside, hey, he just gave up a first. Well, no. It's 3rd and 13.
Yeah.
3rd and 8. Still not what you want if you're the Bulldogs. And just under 4.5 minutes to play. 3rd and 8. 4:20 to play.
I'll be concerned with Lindsey right here because what they did earlier, they just raised up and threw the ball, and he's looking at him right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if he throws the ball at him.
Pierce back to throw. Throwing it over the top to the end zone, incomplete. He overthrew him. 4th down and 8. So now brings up a big decision for West Jones. I mean, obviously you either go for it, but yeah, I doubt their kicker has that kind of range. So you're going to go for it here, I'm assuming.
No, I think it's, well, no, it's at the 20 yard line. Oh, no, they're going to have to put this ball in the end zone because if they don't, the momentum is going to be on Terry's side. And, you know, he scores just down 1 touchdown. 3 points. So they got to do something here.
Big 4th down here for West Jones. 4th and 8. And Pierce is in the shotgun. He makes the fake pass across the middle. Incomplete! Big stop by the Bulldogs. Terry Bulldogs football. And that's a big play.
Right, yeah. Yeah, we got to be smart there, too. Definitely with these referees right here, with the little, you know, what the players are doing now, they're kind of raising up their shirt as if, you know, as if they have something there. So we got to be careful on situations, definitely with this crew tonight, this referee crew. So that's a good play, and, you know, celebrate on the sideline and do it. Don't do it while you're on the field.
Yeah. So I got to see a question in the chat. Is this district play? Absolutely. This first game of district play. Both teams 5-1 on the season, 31-21. 2-score difference. And Busby trying to get out of there, and he throws it to the sideline. And it's incomplete. 2nd down and 10 now for Terry. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button to the TSJW Network YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button right now. And the Bulldogs with the football, down 10. They've got time to score a touchdown, but you want to score and then leave you some time to get that other score. You're going to obviously have to do an onside kick if you get it then. Baker off the short pass, and Baker's taking a lot of contact. He wasn't able to get away from the defense. And he'll get a gain of 2, 3rd down and 8. And you can't take a long drive here.
No, you're going to have to put it in the end zone. Again, you still have that double pass that they did, you know, at the halftime, and I wouldn't be surprised they're doing it right now, but we'll see.
They got 4 lined up on the right side and a single man on the left side. Short pass to McGee. McGee able to get past out to the right side. Oh, he's able to get away! First down for Jordan McGee. Spun again and got out of bounds. Great play by Jordan McGee. And you're talking about a senior player. You're talking about a player that's just straight up good at football.
Right. Yeah.
Jordan McGee. And he's able to get out of bounds and get the clock to stop here.
And Jackson was open. I want you to know that. It was just the fact of the West Jones defense just kind of got there to Jordan quickly, where he could not throw the ball. But
so that was an option right there.
Jackson was open. What's the stoppage in play?
They're going to stop, and the clock will stop as well. Well, the clock has been stopped because of out of bounds. 3:04 to play. But this is one of those momentum killers because I mean, you know, we're
stopping the game.
We're moving the football here. I don't know if he's making a call. Oh, wow.
I don't know how many timeouts. Did we take a timeout?
Oh, they're resetting the clock. They changed the clock.
Okay.
3:15. I think that's what they were doing. They were changing the clock. 3:15 to play now. Busby's back to throw. He's got plenty of time. He's going to go for the distance here to McGee. Just slightly overthrew him. And that was definitely a play you wanted to make, and it was definitely a good play call. And Jordan McGee was right behind him, but just slightly overthrown. And if McGee would have gone just a slight bit faster, it'd have been right in his hands.
That's still a good ball, just a little bit ahead of him, maybe a yard ahead of him, but that was
a beautiful ball.
Yeah,
tight spiral,
right.
And very friendly, but incomplete pass.
Just missed that.
They're running the clock again. But anyway, Busby trying to get out of there. It's a kind of a floaty pass, but goes out of bounds on the sideline. Third down now. Clock should not have been running before the play, and it was, and then now it stopped. 2:59.
That was 3 seconds that went off the clock.
Either way, the Bulldogs got to score relatively soon here. 2:59 to play. It's fine if you take a little bit of time, but you can't take too much. 31-21. Busby, short pass. Baker catches it, got the blocking, pushes through, past the 45 to the 46. 3 yards short of the first down, 4th down and 3. And now, 4th and 4 rather, now you have to, you got to take care of the first down. Before you take care of the touchdown, you got to take care of the first down. 4th and 3. Elijah Sanders on one knee. You hope he's okay. He kind of looks like he's stretching his legs out there. But that brings up a timeout. And 4th down and 3 to go. And, Coach, what's your play call here? Because this is basically a make or break point in the ballgame.
Right, so you got your out routes right here. I think to Gibson, or I'll be kind of. It depends on what that defense does. If they show blitz, I don't do it. But if they don't show blitz, I'm running a quarterback draw with Bugsby right here, because it's not what they're expecting. And what the D line is going to do, they'll get upfield. But I would run that quarterback draw with Busby right there. It just depends on what defensive, what look they give me on defense.
Ball at the 46-yard line now. Trips to the left and 2 to the right. Busby. He's being chased. Now he's out to the right side. He's going to make the pass over the top. Oh, and it's over the head of Jackson. That's incomplete, and that'll get rid of the opportunity that the Bulldogs have to really win this ball game. And I mean, you want to look back at that play. Did he have room to run there? Because you only have 3 yards. I really don't think so. So. Yeah, he just overthrew Tim Jackson, and so that's probably going to really do this ball game in here. If you're West Jones, you really just run the football to try to run the clock out. Bulldogs have given a valiant effort here today, but you just can't let the other team rack up points like that on you and get that kind of lead. And
just big plays that happened tonight. Let's see, we got our
Pierce handoff Jones, and Jones has clear path running. He's running right through the middle, and he's going to run right into the end zone. Same stuff that's been happening all game for the Mustangs, and they put 6 more on the board. And West Jones is going to win the first game in region play here at Bulldog Field as they take the 37-21 lead now.
Right. Let's run the split zone right there, and they don't have a cutback player that even if the defensive end squeezes down and he bounces, it makes it bounce. We don't have anybody out there to make the tackle right now.
37-21. They put in they're about to put in the extra point, but West Jones going to win this ball game here at Bulldog Field. And just based on West Jones' scores throughout the season, you would not have expected the Mustangs to score this many points. But I think Coach Reynolds may have found a pattern here. I think this might be a breakthrough point in the season for West Jones.
Yeah, well, We're just giving up that big play right there.
Yeah.
I think, you know, if you're looking at it, whoever they play next, if you look at that and make sure you have a cutback play to where the defensive end is squeezing down, make it bounce outside, you know. But again, yeah, I guess I got to go back and agree with you because it's the defensive coordinators in me just saying like, oh my goodness, just squeeze down. You make them bounce and make the tackle.
Oh, and that extra point's absolutely no good. I mean, he fumbled it and everything, and now they're going to throw a flag again. Don't know what this flag's going to be.
Jumping over the center, that's what they're going to call it.
Yeah, at this point, all this stuff just doesn't matter at all because this ball game's over. West Jones is going to win. Next week, the Bulldogs will head down to the coast to take on Pearl River Central. And just got bad news for you guys. We will not be bringing you that ball game. And that's the first time I've had to say that. The 3 seasons we've been doing the games, not going to be able to do that ball game. So going to be getting married and having a rehearsal dinner that night. And so just unable to get it done. But we'll be back November 1st because the Bulldogs the following week will have a bye. And then after that, November 1st, as West Jones able to get the extra point. November 1st, the Bulldogs will be hosting Hattiesburg, the Tigers, here at Bulldog Field, and we'll be back bringing you that ball game. But next week, just have to check in on the score for next week.
Well, I'm going to say this, Trellis. You're running the best play possible by not skipping the rehearsal dinner. That is the best play that you can ever run. You're starting the game out strong by running that play right there. I must tell you that.
That's right. You skip the rehearsal dinner. You're starting off 28-zip.
No, you're 100 points down. I'm just going to tell you. That's a tough one to come, but yeah, so great job. I think you have gotten some points. You may be 100 points up right now.
All right, well, that's good. That's good. I hope so.
Yeah. Congratulations to you all.
Yeah, that's right.
Well,
I don't know. My producer might be upset if I didn't show up to the rehearsal dinner. Okay.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a smart play, sir. Ever.
West Jones will kick the kickoff away, and the Bulldogs will receive. And dropping a little bit was Keeson Kendrick. And, he'll get smacked. And he'll be at the 27. Bulldogs with the football, 2:15 to go in the ball game. Don't really have enough time to get back.
Yeah, you at least want to put together a solid drive right here. Even coming off the loss last week, I felt like Terry, both sides of the ball came back and kind of bounced back. Because usually, when you kind of have a loss like you had last week, you kind of get down in the dump or whatever. But I felt like Terry responded back well, and even having the day off too. So kids not being in schools.
There's a handoff in the run, and running through with energy is number 28, Braylon Bonds. Able to get some more guys in there. And if you really look at this Terry Bulldog roster, you have guys like Jordan McGee, who's a senior this year, Caleb Tillman, another one, senior this year, Quintarius White, Jadarius Young, other key players that are seniors this year, but you also have a lot of guys who aren't. And so if you look at Brady Busby, sophomore, Braden Gibson Jr., Rondé Baker Jr., and so you're trying to get these guys experience, and so you still have Busby in there, but Busby's what it looks like. But it looks like Busby is the feature of this program, so obviously you're going to have Busby out there with the other younger guys that are getting in the ballgame.
Right, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's important. You're just handing the ball off. There's no real big threat right now. So, yeah, it's a good nucleus that's coming back next year, so that's a personal foul, I believe. Yeah. Ball at the 50, first down for Terry.
1:25 to play. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button to the TSJW Network YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button right now. And here's the run around the corner for Darius Hyde, who gets a gain of 1.
Definitely want to get your other players to get some experience with this type of game too. Even though you got almost 40 seconds left in the game, you want your younger players to get reps and to experience the West Jones game, because again, next year you're thinking about it as well. I don't know how far West Jones are going. It's going to survive in the playoffs this year, but I will have them on my radar for next season.
2nd down 9. Busby handoff Bonds, and he'll gain another yard. 3rd and 8. And that'll be the last play of the ball game. Bulldogs lose their 2nd straight game, and it is at home once again as region play gets started. The West Jones Mustangs are the ones who win tonight. The score 38-21. The West Jones Mustangs defeat the Terry Bulldogs on the road. You hate to see it, but really the Bulldogs let 24 points go after going up 7-0, and they tried to make a little comeback. Weren't able to convert, down 31-21, and then, of course, let another big play go. And Bulldogs just going to have to figure out a way to not allow those kind of big plays to happen.
And that's the tale of the tape tonight, is big plays. Those big plays came at moments where you kill momentum. And, like I said, I think in this loss, you go back and look at, how do we stop those big plays? Because the next week, and the week after that, they're going to try to run those particular plays. I mean, that's what you do and come back. But I felt like you didn't lay down tonight at all.
Yeah.
Not one point of the
not
game.
at all.
Yeah.
Plenty of fight in the Bulldogs today. And that's always good to see. You got a resilient group of guys on the Terry Bulldogs side. The coach is definitely giving Brady Busby his props, and Busby deserves major props because he's a fighter, and he's always going to come back and deliver another shot. But Bulldogs didn't have enough today to get over West Jones. The Mustangs moved to 6-1 on the season, get back in the win column. Bulldogs fall to 5-2, 38-21. Bulldogs next week will go down to the coast to take on Pearl River Central, the Blue Devils, down at Pearl River Central. Pearl River Central played Forest Hill tonight. Don't know the final score of that ball game. Maybe see if we can get a few updates on some scores. Murrah is up 16-0 on Perry Central. Looks like they'll go 7-0 as they've got a good advantage. Oak Grove up on Meridian 45-30. Lanier up on Raymond 14-0. But unable to see anything else. But that'll be it with us today from Bulldog Field. West Jones Mustangs 38, the Terry Bulldogs 21. Appreciate King Williams for doing the video for us, the camera. Does a great job. Also to Nettie Schulte as the producer here today. And we also, of course, as always, appreciate Coach Tony Kimble as our color analyst. This is Terry Bulldogs football on the TSJW Network. I'm Trellis Williams. We out.